What's up, gang? Hey man, we got audio from Shannon Sharpe's lawyer, so we're gonna break that down and I'm gonna give my 2 cents on that. But if you've been rocking with the channel, make sure you like the video. Also make sure you subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and if you guys haven't jumped into the CLG community, do so ASAP while it's still only $24 a month, because after this month we go up to $48 a month. So you want to jump in at 24 so that you can be grandfathered in to the end of time. But without further ado, let's just jump into the video. All right, so Shannon Sharpe's lawyer made basically he spoke. So I'm gonna listen to Shannon Sharpe's lawyer, and then I'm gonna give my 2 cents, and then we're gonna go from there. So let's just jump into the video.
Did you and Shannon offer to settle these accusations?
Yes, there was a settlement offer made by Mr. Sharpe. I will only generally say to you that it was in the tens of millions of dollars demanded by the plaintiff in return for her silence. That's under any definition commonly understood. That is blackmail. And Mr. Sharpe was willing to pay an amount in the tens of millions of dollars, but no final agreement could be reached. And we thought we were still in the middle of discussions when, without warning, the mediator, who's a retired judge, ourselves as lawyers, without any prior warning, still thinking that we were close to a final agreement, the plaintiff and her lawyer from Houston filed a case in Texas publicly accusing my client of lies and willful, harmful lies by using the rape word when it was she knows, 100% knows, and the evidence will show that she knew that this was entirely consensual. So we were of the belief on our side that we had an agreement without any warning. Not even the mediator, who is a retired judge, was given a warning out of courtesy. This case was filed and the public charges went throughout the media before we even knew that the discussions were over and the case had been filed.
So that's the type of woman that you're dealing with. These are the type of modern women that you're dealing with in 2025. For all you guys out there that want to believe all women, you want to be simps, I'm not calling Shannon Sharpe a simp. I'm not saying that. Shannon Sharpe is a victim. Shannon Sharpe is a victim of the modern day woman, because the modern day woman left unchecked, and knowing that she can play by no rules, knowing that she can go and lie, like the lawyer said, she can lie and say that she was raped with no consequences, and people will stand behind her, people will support her, people will back her. And the crazy part is the fact that she has to use a lawyer that's a man, to help her with this. Because if she really was like put yourself in the psyche of a woman who has been sexually assaulted or abused or raped or whatever the case is. If that was the case, she would have went to the police and filed a police report. She would have filed criminal charges. She wouldn't have went straight to civil in trying to get money out of him. Now, if Shannon Sharpe was willing to settle, he probably reluctantly wanted to settle because he probably wanted to keep it private. So he was willing. That's what the lawyer says. Shannon Sharpe lawyer says this now. We just heard it from him. They said that Shannon Sharpe was willing to give her tens of millions of dollars, and she refused that. And behind the back of these people, she went publicly. That's how nasty some of these women are. That's how disgusting some of these women are. She probably talked to a lawyer and she's like, well, what if we don't win? What's gonna happen to me? Oh, nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? You might get a little shame. You know what I mean? You might get a little more publicity. You know what I mean? You might get a little bit more traction to your OnlyFans. But nothing's going to happen to you negatively. You're not going to go to jail. Nothing's going to happen. So basically, you're incentivized to lie. As long as you have a lawyer that's willing to take the case, as a woman, you're incentivized to lie. Right? So she knows for 100% fact that it's fabricated. And she did this consensually. Shannon Sharpe knows this for 100% fact. It was consensual, and she's setting him up. Everybody knows that it was consensual sex, and Shannon's being set up. But the thing that disappoints me the most is how many strong men, and what I mean by strong, I mean physically strong, because a lot of guys, just because they got muscle, that don't mean that their mind is strong. They still weak ass little puppies. And that's what happens with the internet. You see somebody with muscles, you see somebody that work out, you see somebody that might take steroids, you see somebody that looks like a man, but deep down inside they're not really a man. And then they try to tell men how to be real men. So then they say stuff like, well, Shannon Sharpe was dumb, Shannon Sharpe was foolish, Shannon Sharpe was... Okay, let's agree and say that Shannon Sharpe was foolish. Let's agree and say that Shannon Sharpe was dumb. Let's agree on that, right? Does the punishment fit the crime? A guy being a little bit foolish, should it cost him $50+ million, $10+ million? Because if that's the case, every guy on the planet should be negative $10 to $50 million right now. Because every guy has done something dumb. But this is the messed up part. People act as if, okay, guys do dumb stuff. That's true. Did you know that girls do dumb stuff too? Did you know that girls make dumb decisions too? Like, this is what I'm really trying to stress across you guys. One gender, which is women, has been gone unchecked for far too long. Like, a woman making a dumb decision doesn't cost her $50 million, $60 million, tens of millions of dollars. But you're saying that a guy who participated in consensual sex with a willing partner and he's single deserves for him to be bashed in the media and deserves for him to try to settle for tens of millions of dollars and deserves for him to be facing a $50 million lawsuit, which he'll probably win, but his reputation is already ruined. And there's so many men so quick to jump to the internet, which I find pathetic. I don't care how much muscle you got, I don't care how cool you try to sound, I don't care about none of that. Slap pathetic. Trying to be so quick to tear down another grown man when the crime doesn't fit the punishment. Shannon Sharpe was dumb. Shannon Sharpe is dumb, man. He shouldn't have messed with that type of girl. He should have known better, man. He should have seen the signs. Most of you niggas don't even see the signs. It's just that you niggas broke, so ain't nobody coming for you. Most of you niggas main chick right now for the streets and you don't even fucking know it. But you don't see the fucking signs. Let me give you guys a fun fact. All you guys that's bragging about your breadwinning ass girl, or your girl that's a top producer or something like that, I'm gonna give you a fun fact about women, because it seems like even the guys with muscles don't understand this shit. You want to wife up a fucking girl that you don't even fucking fully know. But let me give you a fun fact about women. Every top producing woman that I've ever met in the car business or real estate agent or anything like that, they got off. Yes, they got off. And they will continue to get off. And you will never know. Every top producing woman, especially if she's cute. So a lot of these guys, they be on the internet, you know, talking about, oh, my wife this, man, my wife make money, my wife is a boss babe. Your wife might be getting off, because from my experience, every top producing chick that I've ever ran across, now they get off with quiet guys. I was a quiet guy. They get off with quiet guys that know how to keep their fucking mouth shut. And it don't matter about the money and the experience and this and this. It don't matter about your muscle, because she already know that you not like that. Just because you got muscles, bro, that don't mean nothing, bro. She know what the real you is. You feel me? So everybody that's so quick to jump on Shannon Sharpe, oh, you dumb, does making a foolish mistake, because every guy has, right? Like, let's not play ourselves. It's just you niggas is too broke to have to pay for the consequences. The real issue here is that when you leave women unchecked like this is the stuff that you will get. And it's gonna keep getting out of hand until something corrects it. If we find out that this woman is lying, which we all know she is, we seen some of the text message leaks, you know what I mean? If we find out that this woman is lying, she should serve jail time. She should be put in prison for the stuff that she's done. But the fact that she knows that she can talk to a lawyer And the lawyer said, hey, even if we lose, hey, you ain't got nothing to lose really. You feel me? But she really does have something to lose. And basically what that is a defamation lawsuit, and she will get sued herself. And most likely, once all the evidence is out and stuff like that, Shannon Sharpe will most likely win, and he needs to make her pay. He needs to clean her out. She need to file bankruptcy after he done. So you ruin my reputation, you ruin my future earnings. You feel me? Which is messed up. A girl that has the fact that modern day women have this much power over the modern day man is messed up in and of itself. You feel me? And this is why I stress on my channel, that's why you should stop caring about these women. These women should not be cared for. They should not be cared. Your care should be turned all the way down when you're dealing with the modern day woman. The modern day woman has gotten out of hand. You should be a selfish man, move to the beat of your own drum. You should be working on yourself. You should be doing the foundation. You should be in the CLG community. You should be doing all of that. Because the modern woman continues to prove to you that she is not worthy of your care to the highest level. She's just not worthy of it. She doesn't know what to do with all that power. Kanye West made a song a long time ago saying that no one man should have all that power, which is true. Any human being with excessive amounts of power have proven over time to be corrupt in some way, shape, or form. It's almost like if you the parent, right? Let's say you the parent of your children. If you make the rules, isn't it crazy that the parent who makes the rules always breaks the rules? Think about it. Imagine a parent. My parents told me not to cuss, but my mama cussed all the time. You get what I'm trying to say? So she made the rules, but she breaks the rules that she makes. Does that make sense? That's how it is when somebody has ultimate levels of power. And women are showing you that they have all the power. They're dictating the rules, and then they're breaking them. You get what I'm trying to say? They're telling guys, you should be a nice guy. You should be a nice guy because that's what we like. But then I just watched the interview. A guy asked, he said, when should you hook up with a guy? Would you hook up with a guy on the first date? She said, depends on the guy. And he was like, what do you mean it depends on the guy? She said, if he's a nice guy and I can see a future with him, I'll make him wait. But if it's a fun guy, you know, that doesn't care about me and I don't care, I'll give it to him the first night. So the dude said, so you'll make the good guy wait, but the bad guy, she said, yeah, I make the good guy wait because I want to build something with him so he won't get it. He can't get it. But the bad guy that don't care about me, he can get it the first night. This is an interview of a girl being honest. Basically telling you that as women, we make the rules, but because we make the rules, we can break them whenever we want. Going back to Kanye's song, no one man should have all that power. No woman should have all that power. No person should have all that power. Anybody with too much power, in most cases, will be corrupt in some way, shape, or form. And that is what's happening. And a lot of men don't see this. Women have too much power. They're saying one thing and they're doing another because they made the rules. You guys should be good guys. You guys should listen to us, buy us flowers. But they're sleeping with the guy that don't do that. They're obsessing over the guy that don't do that. They're obsessing over the guy that's actually still a man. You guys should, take us on extravagant dates. But they're giving a blowjob to the guy that took him out for a drink. They're breaking their own rules because they have the power to dictate the social rules for the guys. That's why so many women are getting on the internet and voicing their opinions, because they know because they got a cute face, people are going to believe them. Even though they not really that fucking smart. Like most women, if you really grill the woman, like, and this happens to me all the time, no matter how I mess with educated women, no matter what. If you really sat down and talked to a woman and asked her some real ass questions about some real ass issues, 9 times out of 10, she has zero clue what the fuck is going on. For real, for real. She'll give you a lot of theory. She'll give you a lot of bullshit, a lot of nonsense. But if you really got to the nitty gritty, some real deep, real shit, logical shit, she wouldn't have an idea what's going on. And I can't say that's women, because there's some fucking men out there that have no fucking idea what's going on. It's some men out there. It's some men with large YouTube followings, things like that. They have no idea what's going on. So it's men and women. You get some dumbass men too. You get what I'm trying to say? So you got to be careful out there, man. You really got to be careful out there, especially in today's world, especially with these modern day women. You heard it from the lawyer's mouth. She knows that she's lying, and she still has a platform, and people are still blaming Shannon Sharpe. And he actually did nothing wrong. He didn't break a law. Isn't it crazy that in today's world, you cannot break the law and still be sued for $50 million? Still have your reputation tarnished, ruined? You know what I mean? Still have people confidently coming at you for tens of millions of dollars that they did not earn and do not deserve? Isn't that crazy that this is the type of world that we live in? That it's even set up to even allow this stuff to happen? Stuff like this should be thrown out of court immediately. False accusations should be thrown out of court, and she should be thrown in jail. Let me find out that you lying. Let me find out that none of this stuff happened. Let me find out that you making this story up. That is illegal. That should be illegal. You should be put in jail. Okay, you going to jail. We're not playing this. You're going to jail. Oh no, we're gonna do the due process, but we're gonna prosecute you, and let there be enough evidence for the jury to say you deserve jail. You're going to jail, and you're gonna get sentenced, and you're not gonna talk your way out of it because you're a cute girl, like you've been doing your whole entire life. Society has created monsters, and it's not just a female thing. If men had all of this power, they would most likely become monsters too. Let's just keep it real. This is a human thing. No one person, no one gender deserves power. Like, you gotta understand, y'all thought that women were fighting for equality when it came to feminism. No, they were fighting for complete and total dominance. They weren't fighting for equality. There's no way. Because true equality is, we go on a date, we do 50-50. We split the bills. Women wasn't fighting for equality. They weren't fighting for equality. Women were fighting for, we want to jump into the workforce. We want to be able to vote. We want to be able to do all of these things, but we don't want to have to face the same things that men face. Think about it. Women start voicing their opinions. They stuck together. They said we should be able to vote. Okay, that's cool. We'll give you the right to vote. Okay, but once you give women the right to vote, you should have changed the law that if we have to draft, we should be able to draft men and women since we going for equality. No, they don't do that. They only draft men for war. But since you have the right to vote and you can select the commander-in-chief, you should be able to be drafted into the war. Only the men. No. We don't want that. So you don't want equality. You want complete dominance. You don't want equality. You're disguising it as equality. You're using a lot of word dressing. And that's what women are very good at. They're very good at being politically correct, using word dressing, and basically saying things that sound good, but they know deep down inside what they're really trying to get. They're really trying to get something very evil. Because think of the psyche of a woman. We want equality, right? We want to work. We want to jump in the workforce. So I just told you about the army thing. We want to vote, right? Okay, we vote. Oh, but we don't want to be able to get drafted into the army. No. Let's keep that law the same. We don't really actually want equality. We want complete dominance. Okay, hey, I'm tired of sitting at home and taking care of kids. We want to work. We want to be able to make money ourselves. Okay, we start making money. Oh, but we still want a man to pay for everything. So basically, our money is our money. His money is our money. That's not equality. You get what I'm trying to say? So like, you jumped into the workforce. Wages have went down because they can pay women cheaper. So wages have went down all the way across the board. Now the man can't even fucking afford to take care of a fucking family no more. Prices have went up because women spend money like fucking crazy because they don't give a fuck, because they always think in the back of their mind some man is gonna save them, or some man is currently saving them. It is so crazy that a lot of chicks that I've met that live alone can't even pay their own fucking rent, or their dad is paying their rent. So, and then, or I've met chicks $300, $400, $500, $600,000 into debt. I'm like, how the fuck do you get $600,000 into debt? Oh, college. Oh, this. Oh, I took out this loan. Oh, I couldn't pay my rent, so I took out this loan. How? So basically, you're looking for a man to save you. You don't want equality. And the way you date, you show that you don't want equality. You want your superior in every single aspect. So this feminist bullshit is all cap. Women were never fighting for equality. They were fighting for complete control and dominance. The thing is, when you give women complete control and dominance, what happens is women suck at leading things. They don't know how to make decisions. Women are easily influenced. That's why when a woman has to make a decision, she has to call 15 people before she makes the decision. You ever see a woman try to make a decision by herself? She has to call her mom, her sister, her dad, her this, her that. She has to call 15 people before she can make a decision. She doesn't even know how to make a decision. She's looking for the person who convinces her the best that a decision is good. And 9 times out of 10, some of the most convincing motherfuckers on this planet, which is sad, are people who are fucking dark triad. So I know we went on a little bit rant, but we gonna bring this motherfucker all the way back home. At the end of the day, women have gotten out of hand. There's too many simp ass niggas who are too quick to take the woman's side, no matter how much muscle they got, no matter how strong they are, no matter how much money they have. It's just too many simp guys out there who give women the benefit of the doubt, and it's not enough men who stand up to women, who move to the beat of their own drum, who lead things, who make things happen, who tell women what to do, and let women fucking listen. And if you find yourself on the simp side, you need to jump into CLG immediately, because every fucking man on the planet needs to be inside of that community, hands down. Because as men, we need to take our power back. Because every single day in that community, I help another man post a text thread of him getting a girl on a date. Another man post a text thread, or they send me private DMs now of the sexual stuff. Post a text thread of a girl, catering to him in the bedroom, loving him, texting him. I can't believe I never found a man like you. What you did to me last night, I miss you. Oh my God, I'm thinking of him inside of me. This is the stuff that I'm getting inside that community. Why? Because I'm teaching men to be men again. And when a man is a man, a woman will naturally go back to who she truly is. I made a video earlier how I said I hate OnlyFans chicks. They look at men as if the men are beneath them, even though the man is their main customer base. Imagine if you ran a business where you hated the people, the very customers that supported your business. That is a woman OnlyFans model. They despise the people that actually pay their bills. It is the most nastiest thing. Imagine if you ran a company. You're the owner of the company and you hate the clients to the company that you own. What type of business owner? How can you maximize your business? How can you compete with the competitors? How can you do this if you truly despise and hate your clients? That is why I hate strippers. That is why I hate OnlyFans girls. That is why I hate all these promiscuous type women. You feel me? You can sleep with them, hook up with them, have a fun time with them. But in terms of them as people, how can you run a business where you hate the people that you serve, that pay your bills? Sounds like you're running the wrong business. Sounds like you're running the wrong business. So I really want to get that off my chest, man. You know what I mean? It's nasty. It's nasty work. Some of these modern day women. Very nasty work. Very nasty work. I mean, this girl is the epitome of a nasty human being. And I don't even know her fucking name. That's the crazy part. And the reason that nobody knows her name, because she's not fucking relevant. That's the sad part. She only became relevant because she sued a man. That is the modern day woman. She only became relevant because she sued a man. And I don't even know the chick's name. That's crazy. That is crazy. And nobody fucking knows her name. Everybody keeps fucking blaming Shannon Sharpe. He's dumb. He's stupid. He's stupid, man. He's foolish. He's foolish. These are the type of men. That's like I tell you guys, the guys that's in CLG, the reason that they run laps around most of these men and they getting the most out of women, and women trying to give them money, and women trying to give them gifts, and women keep wanting to hook up with them, is because the competition of men is so weak nowadays that, like, and I just seen it on YouTube. As soon as Shannon Sharpe get accused, all these, they look like they men. They got muscles. They big. They tall. They look like they men. But really deep down inside, they feminists, bro. Really deep down inside, bro, they really not like that, bro. I ran into these niggas my whole life, bro. It be niggas that look like the part. No woman truly wants to fucking be with them. No woman is truly obsessed with them. They don't act like men. They're in a man's body, and they might be dangerous men. I'm not saying that these guys aren't dangerous. You know what I mean? These guys can probably kill another man with their bare hands. They probably are capable of doing that. But when it comes to women, they soft as a fig Newton. They wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. When it comes to women, and the women know it. That's the crazy part. The women know they pussy. All that muscle and you a pussy. All that size and strength and you not like that. It's crazy that an athletic NBA guy, in some cases nowadays, some of these NBA guys is feminine as hell, but an athletic shaped NBA guy is more masculine than a ripped muscle guy. Skinny little NBA guy, because he done been in war on that court. You feel me? He done had to combat with men on that goddamn court. He done had to talk shit. He done had to stand up to some motherfuckers. Shit. You play basketball in some areas, it's gonna end in a fight. Something finna go down. Some areas that you play basketball, it's gonna end in a fight. Some areas, some people have died on the court with something to do on the court. You get what I'm trying to say? So the fact that these men get weak and get soft for these women, and they allow these women to dictate, control, push the narrative, make the rules, and they have no fucking backbone. It is the saddest thing to watch in modern day America. It is the saddest thing to see. It's horrible to watch. Like I honestly can't stand it. Like, as men, we should be sticking together. As men, we should be strong. As men, we should be united. As men, we should be taking our power back. As men, we should be leaders. As men, the women that we deal with, they should be following the beat of our drum, not the other way around. I'm not saying that I got to control everything about the chick. I'm just saying, when I'm dealing with a chick, if I'm taking you out somewhere, we're going where I want to go. And if you're not on board with that, then I'm not taking you out. I've turned down more pussy than I've taken. You gotta understand, because the girls that are in my rotation and the girls that I am hooking up with, they're all my type. Every one of them is hot as fuck. You feel me? Every one of them I enjoy spending time with and sleeping with. So anything extra is just a bonus. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not like the girls that I'm dealing with, they barely made the cut, and I really don't like kicking it with them, and I really can't get the hot ones, and no, I always get the girls that I want. I've slept with the girls that I've wanted to sleep with. I didn't get lucky and finally get one that had everything that I wanted and then decided to marry her and blah, blah. No, this is skill. Skill pays the bills. I can consistently do this shit. Literally, if I lost all of my hoes right now, you threw me in another city within a week or definitely a month. You give me a month, that's too much time. Within a week, I would still have girls on rotation in that city, that the girls that I want. You just give me a solid week. And I don't even have to put that much time in every day. I'll probably put 3-4 hours a day towards it. I'll do some day stuff. I'll probably do some night stuff. Within a week, I'll have a rotation of women inside of that rotation. No matter what city. I mean, the girls got to be cute, but no matter what major city you put me in, it don't even got to be a major city. It can be a small city. Because girls still got to go to Walmart. Girls still got to go to Target. Girls still got to go to Whole Foods. Shit like that. People got to buy groceries. Within a week, I will have every type of girl that's my type in my rotation. Within a week. I can consistently do it no matter what. Like, it's not even an issue. I can consistently do it no matter what. You can make a TV show about me. And I can consistently do it no matter what. No matter what fucking... As long as the city got some cute girls there, that's my type. Because I am picky. Now, I'm not gonna... A booger whoop, I'm not gonna do it. I don't give a fuck if what city I'm in, I'm just not gonna do it. I like them petite with a fat ass. But smaller, you know what I mean? With a juicy, plump, little fat, juicy ass. So, that's what I like dealing with. But I have the skill where I can consistently do that. So because I have that skill, and because I know how easy women are, and because I have the process and I use the same process on every single chick, because I have the text scripts that I use on every single fucking chick, and I know they work at the highest percentages, I take the power away from women. But the majority of these guys, they have zero idea. And because they have zero idea, and because it's the majority, they subconsciously give their power to women. And women know that how much power they have, and they've been running laps around the modern day man for years and years and years, and it still will be years to come until modern day men wake up. And every time something public like this with Shannon Sharpe and a lot of these modern day men jump on blaming the man, like basically the modern day man is taking the woman's side, even though the woman is dead ass wrong. She is lying to ruin a guy's reputation, and men can't even stand together to publicly destroy her. She should be publicly banned. She should be in jail. But men can't, and that lawyer should be disbarred. But men can't even put they simp fucking ways aside long enough to understand the bigger picture. Men can never unite. That's the crazy part. Men have gotten so soft that men can't even unite anymore. They can't even stand together for anything anymore. That is sad. I watched this and that's sad, because Shannon Sharpe didn't break no law. Shannon Sharpe didn't do anything wrong. He might have didn't pick up on the signs. He might have been a little foolish, but the crime doesn't fit the punishment. Is being foolish worth $50 million? Because if that's the case, everybody on the planet should be negative $50 million right now. Negative $100 million. Matter of fact, people are so foolish, they should be negative $1 billion right now. If being foolish is worth negative $50 million, you guys don't know the price of shit. You guys don't know the price of shit. Sad to watch, man. I hope this world corrects itself. I'll tell you one thing. I can't save the world, but I can save one guy at a time. I can save one guy at a time. And some of the messages that I'm getting inside the CLG community, they like, bro, you completely, bro, you don't even know how my confidence is right now. Like how easy this stuff is, bro. Like it should be, like dudes is telling me, bro, it should be against the law. Like every man in their life should experience this level of abundance. I got dudes texting me that every man in their life should experience this level of abundance. I say, yeah, bro, that's why I'm so fucking confident. He's like, bro, my confidence has skyrocketed. Bro, my life is better. Bro, I'm happier when I hang out with my friends. I do stuff that I like. Like, I got so much abundance that if a chick don't hit me back, I really don't even care. You know what I mean? Dudes telling me they got 3 dates set up for the same day. You think they care if one of them bitches flake? Or say some bullshit like, oh, my car, it broke down. We're going to have to reschedule. Oh, this happened. You think he gives a fuck? You think he gives a fuck? Like, and people be like, oh, the Western women, the U.S. women, they all suck. They fucking somebody. I'll tell you that damn much. And they just ain't fucking you because you ain't like that. They fucking somebody. They fucking that dude that don't give a fuck about him. And they're trying to marry that guy. You should see my text messages. The guy that don't give a fuck about him, they're trying to marry him. All the guys that's texting them that give a fuck about him, oh, those pathetic losers. But the guy that don't give a fuck about him, they trying to marry him. I'll be a good wife for you, just to let you know. I want to have your kids. You guys need to wake up, bro. You guys need to wake up. Yes, was Shannon Sharpe foolish for dealing with the OnlyFans chick? Yes, but was he wrong? No. He had consensual sex with an adult. She went on. She's the one that's wrong. She's the liar. And it's crazy because if the shoe was on the other foot, really, men would still blame men. Imagine if a man, think about this. Imagine if a man did what she did to a woman. First of all the women would unite to make sure this guy faced his punishment. Oh, they would be very vocal. Unlike these soft-ass men. Women would unite. And they would be very vocal. And something would happen to this man. If a man lied on a woman to sue her, and it was a known fact that he was lying, the women would back that woman so goddamn hard, your head will spin. And they will listen to her tears. They'll feel sorry for her. They'll do all of this shit. If a man did something to a woman knowing he was lying, knowing it was a lie, you know what I mean? In order to sue a woman of status, the women would back that woman so goddamn quick. But when the shoe is on the other foot, men have just shown me, the modern day man has just shown me where they truly stand. They just shown me. They show me that the modern day woman has the modern day man by the balls. And I believe what I see, not what I hear. People over here talking mess to me in comment sections. The night talk guy talking crazy. At the end of the day, bro, you have shown your hand. You have shown who you are. You so worried about Shannon Sharpe being foolish opposed to this woman actually lying. That just goes to show you, if the shoe was on the other foot, the women would back the woman at all costs. But men, anything involving a woman, the men back the women. No matter how strong they look, no matter how much muscle they have, they still will back the woman. And that's sad to watch. Real talk. That's sad to watch. Men don't even stick together no more. For real. Like for real. Don't even stick together no more. And that's why the majority of men get the results that they get. And then they learn from guys that they look up to. Oh, then the guy got muscles. And then they wonder why their life is still in shambles. And why they can't get the woman they want. And why they can't get the woman they want to respect them. Because you're constantly getting bad advice from guys that don't know what the fuck they talking about. Sad to watch, bro. I hope something changes. I hope men wake up. I hope we can learn to actually be together, especially on topics like this. Especially when women are coming after people and we know that they're lying. We need to stand up for this type shit and stop being so goddamn pussy. Because that's one thing I'll give women credit for. is when they know something is right or wrong, they stick together. Us as men, we so easily fucking divided. Divide and conquer. And with that being said, I'm out.